Hey Flight Simmers, welcome back to another new video. This time around with the patch update just released, build version 1.9.5.0. As always guys, just to update, launch your sim, it'll tell you that there's an update available, and just go through the steps accordingly. This patch is about 2.4 gigabytes, so make sure you have enough disk space for the patch. So far I've only had about 30 minutes to mess around with the patch, and you're seeing footage right now. We're in Chicago O'Hare with the 787, and so far I haven't had any problems with the live weather. I haven't seen any thunder yet, and conditions where there isn't supposed to be thunder or lightning, so for the time being that seems to might be fixed, but once again I've only had the update for 30 minutes now. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the release notes, but before I do that, remember, if you run into any issues, after updating, if you have any things that aren't working as they're supposed to, remember to make sure that everything in your community folder, just go ahead and temporarily take out all the mods that you have and place them somewhere else, and just see if that fixes anything, and that way you know that the conflict is not with the sim but with a mod. So make sure you do that if you run into any issues, and let's head into the release notes. We'll go into different categories of things that have been fixed. So we have planes, airports, user interface, aerodynamics, activity, marketplace, and lastly world. So we'll go ahead and start off with planes. The bug with the VFR map causing crash to desktop when selected, that has been corrected and fixed. The avionics screens or buttons in the cockpit should no longer be turned off randomly, well known as the ghost cockpit. That has also been corrected. Crashes related to the use of the smart camera have been also fixed. Moving on to airports, NavBlue navigation data has been updated in this last patch update. Moving on to user interface, version history is now properly displayed in the marketplace and content manager. The multiple simultaneous downloads in the content manager are better handled to prevent crashes or freezes. Packages downloaded through the content manager should now be correctly loaded without it requiring a reboot of the sim. And lastly, for the user interface, airport icons in the world map have been slightly modified. For the aerodynamics, autopilot pitch oscillation has been reduced on some planes. They don't specifically tell you which airplane or which aircraft have been updated, so we don't know if it's the TBM or any of the Cessna citations. So you're just gonna have to test it out, and comment down below if it's let me know what airplanes have been corrected with the autopilot oscillations. Moving on to activity, multiplayer has been deactivated in the Japan Discovery flight. Marketplace, quality of life updates for the marketplace have been introduced in this latest patch update. And lastly, for the world, Autogen building's height has been reviewed, and then TIN or tin luminance for the Japan cities has been introduced or corrected. That's it for the release notes. As always, just make sure if you run into any trouble, clean out the community folder. Hopefully this patch update doesn't cause too many issues for people. Remember, after you have updated, just make sure that you have the latest patch. So what you want to do is press Alt and Enter, and then in the upper left corner you should see 1.9.5.0, latest patch we just received today. As always guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like and comment on this video, and stay tuned. Future videos are coming, and some announcements I'll be making probably next week or sometime in the near future, so stay tuned for that. And once again, thanks for watching, stay safe, happy flying, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.